Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be analyzing the movie poster for Armageddon. It's a 1998 sci-fi film. To start with, the visual building blocks. Obviously, the poster features three people with Bruce Willis in the center, whose name is also in bold above the three main actors. Following Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck in the back. They all have a serious face on, which just kind of gives the idea that it's going to be more of a serious film that has emotional depth to it, as well as a more serious plot, with the spaceship in the image, as well as the fire beneath it and the fire surrounding the three main characters. You can tell that it's a sci-fi movie because it has a cosmetic background. The fiery tone suggests that there's going to be ideally a global catastrophe and or like the world needs saving. I get the idea that the world might need saving because there is kind of a hidden key in the fact that it's like humans at the top and there's kind of the rounding of the earth in the middle and then there's spaceship at the bottom. It kind of tells the plot that like it's gonna be humans versus like earth existence, but it also shows me that like it's going to be a sci-fi movie as far as like it'll be in space because clearly the main idea is space related. The fire could definitely represent a fire in space, aka an asteroid, maybe, which actually in the movie itself, it does represent that. On the bottom, it says for love, for honor, and for mankind, and that is in bold. And I think it's because it's three, like three humans and three quotes almost at the bottom. And for love, you'll see in the movie if you watch it that like it represents not just love between the two actors that are in the back, Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck, but also the father-daughter relationship between Bruce Willis and Liv Tyler. For honor is just honor of manhood, honor of, being a father and keeping their word, and he knows his daughter's watching, and Ben Affleck knows that like his future wife is watching. And then for mankind is just the bottom line of like saving the world from whatever catastrophe is coming. I think that the horizon, it's almost set so that it divides the two and shows that like there's going to be a sad plot to come or an ending, where one can be saved and one can't, between mankind or you know, the asteroid. I believe that the colors are meant to just represent kind of blockbuster. They're just 90s movie looking highlights. Um, like I said before, like the entire theme of the shuttle and their facial expressions and all of that really just shows that what kind of film it's going to be. And the theme of it is just going to be something that is space related. I do believe that in a way it's misleading because while you can see the seriousness on their face, I don't think that it really portrays the sadness that's to come. I also do believe that it does fit the movie itself and the idea that they do go to space. Those are the characters that go to space. The female is a consistent main character. The words at the bottom are consistent with their own mottos throughout the whole movie. I also think it represents the idea that there will be a lot of physical experiences, such as like stimulations that have to do with astronauts and how they train, the motion of a spacecraft, and just everything that comes along with that, as well as like the emotional physical effect that it's heart-wrenching and it just really rips your heart out in moments you didn't expect it to. It has a lot of stimulation as far as the aircraft like going through space and like meteoroids and landing on the asteroid and the drilling. And it really is not only a heart-jerking movie, but it is a almost like physical stimulation of what it would be like to land on an asteroid. And also, it has the false narrative that it will be realistic because in the movie itself, it is filmed in the 90s. And so, for that reason, the special effects are not as good as they would be now. But you do get the point of what they're trying to say and come across as. Also, Armageddon itself is something that's biblical. And while I know that they added sci-fi to it and like fantasy, drama, all that stuff, and it means the battle between good and evil, or just the end of a era or a global catastrophe that is battled between good and bad. It ideally is the end of something, and that is portrayed, but ideally we will not be seeing Bruce Willis go and detonate a bomb onto an asteroid if it was headed this way. So that's where the sci-fi comes in, the fictional part of it. It is scientifically and biblically said it will happen. To kind of wrap up my summary of the movie, there are multiple posters that are used. I think this is the best one because it shows that there's humanistic characters that are involved in this, as well as like it is a space movie. It's not just another sci-fi movie in space. It has main characters that were very famous at the time of this, and that's why Bruce Willis is like the headline name, and that's why he's in the front. Like he is the main character, the hero, all of those things. So I do think that's a huge significance whenever you're watching this, and I think that the advertisement is Bruce Willis himself, honestly, as well as that this is a space movie that you'll probably love because Bruce Willis is in it and because Ben Affleck is in it, because Liv Tyler's in it. And I honestly think that maybe Liv Tyler at the time was not as popular as she became after this movie because her father, Steven Tyler. Everybody loves Steven Tyler. So it all kind of resonates together. And I do think that this specific poster that was made for the movie was more or less to show the faces of the characters that were gonna play in the movie, as well as like, oh, it's a space movie like all the other 90s space movies, but hey, it's different because Bruce Willis is in it. So